start streaming. All right. Okay. Is it gonna pick up my game? Oh, it did. It did. Okay. Okay. All right. Adam, can you talk?
What?
Okay. Hold on. How do I turn you down, sir? Adam, you might have to take your mic a little bit away from your
Would you be able to help me with something tomorrow?
Yeah, what's up?
I wanna, sorry. No! When did I get tea on my, oh, that's from, no! I got water on my paper.
What on your paper?
And I went through.
It's not nice, mate. Sorry.
What accent is that supposed to be?
More, it probably sounds more of like an Australian accent.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, anyway, I wanna like clean my room because it's really fucking messy.
Right.
I think I'll clean it before you get here, but then there's like a few other things I want help with. Plus,
Okay.
yeah,
Yer. Yer. Chat rate. Is someone in chat and I don't see? What's going on here? Dun 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 dun. I vote you go watch my stream on YouTube.
me.
Yeah.
I actually have a few things I feel like would help your shoes get more views.
What?
I feel like it's the. I feel like. I feel like your videos aren't like. They're not interactive. Like when you stream, right?
I know what you're saying, and I completely know where you're going with this, because I've had I'd have conversations with people like this in the past, and it how my argument to what you're about to say.
What am I about to say?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but don't stubbornly just go and be like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah,
Okay, okay.
See, I don't do that. You do that.
Say it first. Say it first.
I feel like okay, like I'm viewing it from like YouTubers I like Markiplier,
Mm-hmm.
who plays video games, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or even like Sam and Colby. Like when you stream, I feel like you can't just like go silent for 4 minutes. You can't just like wait, stop. Oh, let me finish.
No, finish.
Like, not saying that's bad, but I'm saying like you need to be times and stick to times that you stream. First off, because then people know your schedule. But second off, because you shouldn't have any distractions. I'm saying like no one walking in your room, no pets, nothing. You need to be sitting down, right? And like in the Marvel Fire videos, of course, like sometimes his like dog will start barking and he makes it into a joke. Like you gotta joke about things. You gotta tell the people what you're doing. You gotta talk about a thing. You gotta like narrate it. Narrating videos is so entertaining. I feel like that's something you're lacking. Not critiquing. I'm saying like I think it would genuinely help.
No, I know what you mean, and I do too. And my
That's the exact thing you thought I was gonna say.
yeah. And my counter to you is, right now, so like on Twitch, I would be doing that, except my audience doesn't like the fact that I have ads. Because as soon as that first ad rolls, they're out of there. And they're like, fuck this guy. So...
But see, that's why you gotta grab them, so they like you that much that they will come back.
I have a handful of people who do that. But it's kind of hard to do exactly what you're saying, because I've tried, but with literally my phone being the one viewer, because I'm trying to read chat and I'm trying to interact via, instead of cranking my head like this to read chat up there, I could just be like, oh, I see it real quick, or I have it in the background, and then like my response time is like, you know.
I also feel like I feel like more people like YouTube than Twitch.
I know, that's why I'm testing this out. See, this doesn't have ads because I'm not an affiliate, nor do I have the followers to acquire ads on YouTube. So, yeah. But I know exactly what you're talking about, and I have tried that. It's the fact that
You gotta keep trying though.
what do you think I'm trying to do when I stream? You know?
But then you would say I'm trying that, not that I tried it. Past tense.
You know what I mean.
No, I didn't know because it's an easy grammatical error that did confuse me.
Oh, well, I'm literally trying. And as far as timing has come down, I have new responsibilities and priorities. Like, I'm trying to find the time where I can just sit down and play video games for 8 hours on a stream.
Well, or hear me out, you don't do 8-hour streams because no one's gonna sit down for 8 hours.
Or, hear me out, the longer I stream, the more people that come in and out, the more followers I grow.
That's not how that works.
That is, I've been doing this for a good chunk of time. I know how it works, so.
I'm also viewing it from, again, a mathematical way, and it's literally, I mean, it does go like that, yeah, but it also goes that if you stick to a certain amount of times, you stick to a short amount of times, you get the certain people, and then they'll want more. That's how you get people. You can't start off big, you gotta start off small. You gotta do the simple videos, you gotta do the things that people will think are funny, the things that people will be like, oh, he does that this time.
I know.
And then you make it longer.
I know. No, you don't make it longer. If you stick to a time, and you stick to a certain amount of time, you promote your channel. Like, say, I want my flat out time to be in the margins of 6 to 8 hours. That's what I want my flat out time. And then every once in a while, a 12-hour, 15-hour stream. That's every once in a while.
No, I'm saying 8 hours should be the high amount, not the low amount. 8 hours is a lot.
For me, but if someone's tuning in at like 4 hours into the stream, I don't want them to tune in and then be like, oh, sorry, I'm going, bye. Because then they're going to be like, fuck this guy. I know what I know what you're saying, and this is something I completely understand off the bat. I don't need to process much
But
because
I feel like you should be trying different things because in the nicest way, it's not like it's growing right now, you know?
it's in the nicest way. I counter you, and if I keep trying all these other different things, then I'm not going to gain any sort of viewers because I'm constantly switching it up. I can't
Yeah.
constantly switch it up because I have to take into consideration I'm also a motive to me streaming. I can do what this is something I can do what I want, and then other people with those same intentions and same interests tune in. I'm not gonna constantly go based off of like, oh, people want to see me play GTA. Okay, I'm gonna go drop $30 on a game that I'm gonna play. I know,
No, I'm
but
saying
I'm using that as an example because there's two types or two ways you can stream. You can stream based off of your community's like
interest.
askings and interests, or you can you can stream off of what you want to stream and your interest and see and grow that way because 10 out of 10 times that way is when streamers last and make it because they're not being powerhoused by the community and like being drained from that perspective because they're keeping themselves going with their interests as a streamer.
I know.
So like statistically your way might be on the shorthand better, but statistically my way further down the road would keep me and make me a better streamer because I'm not thinking, "Oh, I want to get as many followers as possible as soon as possible." I'm thinking I want to build a community that is stable and sustaining within itself and that will last further down the road rather than being like, "Oh, this guy's a hit. Oh, a year later, never mind, he's washed." Like, no. That's a toxic community. I don't want that kind of community.
How long have you been streaming though?
I haven't consecutively been streaming because I haven't had a schedule for it. I've been streaming on and off, and I've
Since what?
since whenever I made my Twitch account.
So what is that?
I don't remember, but I've grown 3,000 or not 3,000, 301 people.
I mean, no, I'm not shitting on that. I was just.
No, I know. Like your point is valid, but mine is also valid too, and it works for me, you know.
I wasn't saying it wasn't valid.
No, I know. I'm just stating. I'm not saying you said or I said. I'm just stating.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know.
It also takes a community who wants to be interactive for me to be interactive. It's not just solely based on me. Because if I know that I'm the only viewer and I start interacting with myself, I look schizophrenic. Yeah.
Not really.
How?
Because if it's for you, then do it for you. Talking to yourself is very healthy for your brain.
Well, no, I know that, but like,
So then why is it matter?
I'm not gonna narrate to myself what I'm doing on a game.
Good practice. Practice makes perfect. So then when people are on there, you don't sound like a dumbass trying to narrate stuff. It's fine to do that to yourself. I think it's a good thing.
I'm not saying it isn't, but like me personally, I'd rather have someone ask me a question of like, "Oh, hey, what are you doing?" And then I start into like the interaction. But like if
I feel like
I'm saying if I know that the only viewer is me and I physically see that I'm the only viewer, I'm I'm going to sit in silence because I enjoy silence more than just critiquing how I sound, you know?
yeah, I would yeah. No, yeah, okay. I feel like sometimes you're really picky for when you want something when you don't really have the choice to be picky, if that makes sense.
What do you mean?
I feel like right now you shouldn't be thinking about like just thinking to like doing it for you, right? Then like you shouldn't be. I don't know where. Okay, I really had somewhere I was going with it, and I forgot. So never mind.
I'm not only doing this for me. I'm doing this for like the community it is.
No, I know.
Like I enjoy.
To me, like in like 5 years.
It's right now. This is just a hobby. I like streaming. Streaming is cool. If I blow up, I blow up.
What if you don't?
Then it stays a hobby and I stay doing it. Like there's no lose. It's a win-win.
What if you don't have money to do that?
It does.
Time.
It's about finding time.
Okay, but I'm saying like when you're like an adult, like wife or kids, whatever.
When I'm an adult and I have a wife and kids and a job, I'm still gonna be playing Minecraft. I'm still gonna be playing video games.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, how are you gonna find
Hey,
8
Ethan.
hours with kids? And are you gonna, like a life to do that? That's to me what
Ethan!
like 6 hours, 8 hours.
Am I muted or something?
When you're doing everything else.
Ethan.
You know I'm a night owl, right? It's about it's not only like I may pick a schedule right now, but that schedule's gonna change further down the road. It's about
I know, but I'm also thinking you're talking about being a night owl, which like makes sense. But you're not gonna be able to be the best dad, be the best husband, be the best worker in a full-time job, paying full bills, working with little kids, a wife who has needs just as much. If you're staying up,
Ethan.
you're not on my thinking level right now. So five years down the line, it's not gonna be 8 hours. 8 hours. It might be 4 to 5, which is perfectly fine. I'm talking about 8 hours right now, when I don't have those things. That's what I'm saying. You're thinking above and beyond over into that category. I wasn't even thinking about that. That wasn't even in the brain cell right there.
I mean, for me.
Is anything on the brain cell, Ethan? I'm kidding.
Adam, shut up.
So you do have your headset on.
More your laundry.
Thanks.
Do yourself.
I'm not gonna. It's like I said. It's a hobby. Close my door. Close my door. Well, I have a phone speaker. It's not connected to. Yeah. Can you push the hat in and close the door all the way, please?
What if you don't have time for the hobby?
Girl, it's a hobby. It's one of those things you make time for. Like we make time for hunting, we make time for fishing, we make time for drawing, we make time for writing, we make time for our hobbies. It's a hobby.
No, I know, but I'm saying like what if you have a newborn kid and a 3-year-old? There's not going to be a lot of time for hobbies for a while. Are you willing to give that up?
It's a hobby. You come back to hobbies when there's no time for hobbies.
I know, but I'm saying like, are you mentally like understanding that?
Seeming that video games is a mental out. When I have those responsibilities, of course they're gonna overpower the hobby time, but I'm not gonna fully if this is helping me mentally, it's not gonna fully go away. If it comes down to where I only have 45 minutes to an hour to play video games, that's what it's gonna be.
Okay, you're nasty.
What if then?
I will.
In those 45 minutes, you guys have a break from the kids. Your wife wants attention because, then what?
Well, then that's what it is. You're thinking too deep into it.
I know. I don't know why I'm like so focused right now. Like, I don't know. I don't know actually why I got so into it.
It's like I said, it's literally just a hobby. That's how I treat it. I don't treat it. Now, it's gonna now what I my argument towards when it or if it ever becomes as a profession where I ended up making a lot of money from it, then that's different. I'll treat it more as a job, and
Yeah.
whoever I'm with or whatever my responsibilities are, that's gonna have to. Not only am I gonna have to play into those responsibilities and make it like bend how I view it, but the fact that it becomes my job is also going to be respected by those I'm with, or
I feel like
whatever.
well, yeah, I feel like that's different.
Because you gotta also remember, like, I can literally get up out of this chair and go do something and leave it running, whether it takes 5, 10, 15 minutes up to 45 minutes.
Imagine someone's watching your stream and you just disappear for 15 minutes.
So what? It is what it is. They can leave. Like,
Yeah.
I see streamers do it all the time. Like Ninja, huh?
Okay, and how big are they?
They're huge. Like the top streamers in the world.
Because they were probably doing specific things.
No, it's their fan base, their community. It's all community based. They would, well, it doesn't matter because
Huh?
they're so huge.
I will.
But if statistically speaking, if they're getting 2,000 to 2,500 people on a stream that's like streaming Fortnite, right? They're streaming Fortnite, right? Statistically speaking, because the community is mainly based around Fortnite, if they do a Minecraft stream in there without telling people, and that's what they're doing, they're going to get way less views. Way less. Because they're not in the Minecraft community then. Or they're not in the Fortnite community.
But that's also how you grow to every community. Because then you bring in Minecraft people or people who like both. And then that's how you expand.
Yeah. My past streams, I've.
Say like that?
What do you mean?
You say, yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean it like that. See, that was to be picky, and that was me being Arr.
Being a dick?
No, it was playful. Why are you so aggressive? No, you're right. And literally, it's the fact that people build a strong community with.
Do you have a strong community?
That's not the point. Yeah, laugh at it now. It's gonna be a bummer if this turns into a job, isn't it?
Do you think it's gonna though?
I can have my hopes. Don't make them in.
Reality are two different things.
Don't make that invalid.
I'm not invalidating it.
That
there's a difference between being realistic and having hopes. My hope is I can be a fucking zoologist. Reality is I'm not gonna go to school for that. It's not invalidating.
It felt like it. I don't know. It just felt like it because I've literally not at all. Not at all. And to think that is wrong. First of all. No, I've been told that I'm not going to make it or that I'm wasting.
I didn't say that.
No, I'm just saying what I've been told, not from you, from a bunch of people.
Don't point at you. You asked me not to point at you, so I'm not pointing at you.
Okay, but in the past comings, I've been told that I'm not going to make it. I'm wasting my time. I'm playing too much video games. I'm wasting my time. This isn't worth it. But in reality, it's not just, okay, I want to stream because I want to make it, blah, 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 blah. It's because, 1, it calms me. 2, it's an escape. 3, it's a hobby. And 4, I like doing it.
Wait,
I will.
Question. Is the escape or the hobby the video game or the streaming?
It's both.
Wait, let me finish. Hypothetically,
hypothetic.
Why?
Huh? You can
But
finish.
why do you need it as a stream then? If like, I'm saying like sometimes that's different, but I'm saying like, if you think about it, that's really just playing a video game.
Statistically, you are right, but
Okay,
in my
you're not using statistically.
no
Right?
no factually you are right. Like yes, technically I'm just playing a video game, but it's the fact that it's being broadcasted out in the world. I'm gaming to not only myself but a community. Sure, they don't see it on the live stream, but it's also being posted onto social media, YouTube, for them to come back to and watch.
Yeah.
Hey,
So it's
you like
again
my cave that I made?
the it's more or less like again it's a hobby, it's an escape, it's what I like doing, but just because in reality I'm just playing a video game doesn't mean I can't, that no, doesn't mean I shouldn't just play the video game. I can I'm not saying you didn't say I'm not saying you said that. I'm
I think the way you phrase things makes it sound like you're saying I'm saying it.
well, I don't know how to phrase things.
Well, work on that.
Well, I've been trying. It's kind of hard to phrase things right when I haven't had a grammar class in 2.5 years, right? Did I do that right? June would be 3.
It's not really a grammar.
English.
But it's not.
Well, you know.
You can just learn by being yourself and talking to people. You don't have to be in a class.
Well, yeah.
It's
But
called living and experiencing conversations.
I don't know. I feel like you're also viewing like what I'm doing from a different. You're obviously viewing it from a different view, you know.
That made no sense.
Well, you're viewing what streaming means to me from an outside perspective. You're bringing you're
I know, because I'm thinking about it as if it was a hobby for me. I'm thinking about it both ways.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I have to agree.
You're bringing a sense of reality into it, and the your sense of reality of it is different than mine.
Okay, are you thinking about it from mine, though?
Well, when you were mentioning kids in a family, yeah, but
Okay, but you can't expect me to if you're not going to.
I just said I was.
You said one moment, I'm saying, like, this whole time, have you been thinking, okay, like, I understand that, or I feel like that does make sense, or are you just thinking, she's attacking what I like?
First of all, you're not attacking what I like. It's a conversation about what I like. And
Okay,
you're
either way, I am thinking from your perspective and your reality. Doesn't mean I have to like your reality.
yeah, you're right. You don't have to like it. But you not liking it isn't it's it's always going to play a factor, and I'm always going to think that you don't like the way I'm viewing my hobby. Did I say that right?
But yeah, but if you like it, why does it matter?
Well, if I didn't like something you like doing or something you do, would you not think about it?
Not really.
I don't know how you could do that.
I just want to do it around you then.
What?
Is Aaron coming home tonight?
I have no clue. Who dropped him off? Sorry.
I picked him up.
Oh.
If he does come home, I locked the door already. So
Okay.
if he does come home,
I'll still be up for a couple hours.
Alright, because he'll be home soon, right? If he comes home.
It's 10:50. They probably closed at 9:30. He's there alone. Wait, did he already get picked up?
No, and I picked him up for work.
Oh, so then I
Well, whatever. If he needs
yeah
to
I'll
get
lock
in,
I'll yeah
just
I'll give him
go
I'll
ahead.
get him in.
Alright. Good night.
Good night. Such a struggle. What were you saying? Oh, you wouldn't think about it. See, I don't know how you could do that because
Because if you truly don't, if you really are doing it for part of your escape, why do you give a fuck what I think?
why?
Like, if you told me right now, like, I don't like, if you were like, Maggie, I do not like that you like hairstyles. I hate it. I would be like, okay, and I wouldn't play him around you, but I would not care. I would not feel bad. I would not feel judged. No, it's a personal thing. Me not understanding some of the things you say about streaming, that doesn't mean it's bad. That just means I'm a different person.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you told me, I don't like that you listen to records. I don't like that you watch Scooby-Doo. I don't like that you whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do those things around you because I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
But that does not mean I'm gonna change.
Exactly.
Wait, how are you saying exactly if you were telling me you don't understand?
No, I said I don't know how you would just blow it off like that, considering it's me, because since I value your input and I care to hear,
Opinions are two different things.
I value what you say about what I like, no matter it being bad or good. I wouldn't blow a cold shoulder to you on that topic because I want to hear what you say about it.
Well, yeah, I still want to hear it.
So I don't know. Also, when it comes to like time, this being like 8 hours, that's mainly on Twitch because that 1 second of them viewing that ad still counts towards them viewing it, which means I still get money for it. So if I'm streaming, so the reason why I do 12-hour streams a couple times a month is because those people in the community come in and out of the stream, and when they get hit with that ad and they exit, it still goes into my pocket. So even though I only average like 3, sometimes 2, and sometimes the most being 5 every like hour and a half, and like give or take like in between an hour, like I still have people come in and out. I'm more or less not looking at how many viewers I sustain, but on Twitch I'm looking at how many views, like live views, my stream got in total, because that's what really counts for why I'm doing it right now. Because like I'll do a 12-hour stream and I get like anywhere from 70 to 150 live views.
Yeah.
And that's where it really matters, in my opinion, and in my experience from streaming. And of course YouTube is obviously going to be to promote the Twitch. But yeah. It would be a dream come true if I could do this for a job. My first ever stream was on a PS5, and it was to Streamlabs. It was off of my cousin's PS4, actually. Take that back. It wasn't a PS5 because that wasn't out. It was on the game World War II, Call of Duty World War II, and it was PvP 1v1s. And I think back then I was no face cam, just a headset mic, or not even. I think it was just like, it was if it wasn't headset mic, it was literally just like TV speaker audio, like pickup. Or no, take that back. Because it was on a PlayStation. PlayStation has a microphone integrated into the controller. So yeah, it was pretty cool. But back then it was like, I think the most views I got on one of, like, I think it was like 4 streams because they were down for Christmas. The most views I got was like 10, and they like stayed for like an hour and a half. So, I mean, and like the communities vary. So like Minecraft, if I didn't have ads, I'd easily have like, I'd say at least 20 people viewing. Constant. But Call of Duty is pretty high as well. Terraria was where my consistency was, even with ads. Pal World was dog shit because, well, one is because it's a beta game and not a lot of people know about it, and two, the Twitch algorithm is crazy bonkers. So I don't know. I feel like streaming is like, yes, it's good to put input and opinions out about it, but it's also like you can put yourself in someone's position, but you truly can't, you know?
No.
You don't know?
No, because to me, if you think that, that's because you don't put yourself in other people's position. Because you can't.
I'm more or less.
Time to get to actually learn about it. But I feel I do. And I feel like I understand how to more than a lot of people our age. I feel like I started doing that years ago. So it kind of really practice.
Wait, doing what?
Putting myself in people's perspective.
Oh. Okay.
I feel like, I mean, of course you can feel that you can't really ever know, but I mean, physically, I guess you can't. It's not physically I can know what it feels like to be you, but I can mentally imagine. And if you are a creative person who cares and is empathetic to other people, then you can, because you can feel what they're feeling. You can think and imagine how that would feel. It's not hard to do if you're empathetic and care.
Right.
So I disagree. Not saying you're wrong. I just think you're wrong. Not saying you're wrong. I feel you're wrong.
I was more or less talking about like physically, like I personally don't know, but I also think you know. let me try and phrase this the right way. I personally, from what I picked up and read and like personally read about you in situations and
Wait, what'd you read about me?
no, not like physically read. I mean like aura, like personality, like that,
Oh,
like
yeah.
like from mentally reading you. Um I just I don't think you've have in the past, nor I don't know if you have an interest in streaming, but I don't feel like you have the personal experience of streaming, you know, or being like an active streamer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I never said I did.
Well,
That
you
doesn't mean I can't um view it, because I mean, like, a hobby is a hobby. I mean, a lot of those things, they're very different, but you can still kind of connect a lot of things like that. Like, I mean, I like I don't know, like, a hobby's a hobby. Like, if I was doing something, like, if I was painting
mhm.
and I was trying to sell my paintings and it wasn't picking up, but then I had like a community, like, I'm like, you can relate it. It doesn't have to just be video games. So
Right.
I'm not viewing it. I mean, obviously, yeah, I've never fucking streamed, and I'm not planning on it. But that doesn't mean I don't understand it.
Right.
Obviously, yeah, you would know more about like the whole thing, but that doesn't mean I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I personally I feel like streaming is something you have to like in order to fully understand and like be integrated in, you'd have to do it yourself. You know? But that
Guess, yeah.
again,
I mean,
that's my personal thought process.
I mean, I don't think you're wrong, but I don't think you're like necessarily right either. Because I mean, like, again, like, I think for any hobby, you can still have knowledge of something. Like, that's like saying if you study something, that means you don't know just because you haven't done it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So I'm saying, like, I feel like you're right and wrong. Because, like, I mean, obviously, like, I do think there's parts of it that, like, because I haven't physically, of course, there's things I'm not going to understand necessarily as much.
Mhm.
Or, like, the physical aspects or things that, like, I would have to experience and get used to learn. And that's
Yeah.
true. But that's, like, true, I feel like, for any hobby like that. Or a hobby in general. And it's, like, so that, hold on. Yeah. Okay, so I'm waking up at 7. Okay. Love you. Yeah, so love you. So I feel like you're right about that, but then I also feel like there is still like, you gotta think about it, like, an outside perspective still has perspective. And
Yeah.
still can be just as helpful.
Mhm.
I feel like sometimes I feel like sometimes people think they know something more because they've experienced. Well, okay, I guess it is true. Like, I feel like for some things, I don't know the fuck I was going with that.
I see what you're saying. Of course, like, and again, like, of course, an outside perspective is gonna have value in it, you know, because
Yeah.
it has a perspective. Perspective. Yeah, I said that right. Hopefully. But I guess people necessarily don't have to agree with those perspectives,
Oh
because
yeah, obviously.
like even if it does make sense, it's not going to make sense to other people, you know?
I feel like that's when you need to put yourself in the perspective, though.
Right. But like even when you do, like one's obviously going to make more sense to that person.
I don't know. I found that like when you do put yourself in someone else's perspective, when you have a different perspective and a different viewpoint, for me it's just equal. Then, like okay, like if okay, like pro-choice or pro-choice or anti-abortion things, right? I'm just saying like a big topic that's like easily debatable. Like of course I'm pro-choice,
Right.
but then some people are pro-right, pro-life. And I've listened in on conversations. I've listened to people talk about it who are educated, and of course, I'm still gonna feel pro-choice is the way I feel is right.
Mhm.
But that doesn't mean that I don't see their side just as equal.
Well, yeah.
And like I can totally understand their point of view. I mean, if you feel that is a baby, of course that is terrible. I mean, like I totally understand it. So it's like I do understand. I feel like that's how it should be. You put yourself in the other point of view, not to change your mind or not to fix anything, but to understand that you are not, your brain is not the only brain in that conversation.
Mhm.
And like you can still disagree and you can still think they're stupid. But that doesn't mean that their logic isn't logical.
Right. It's
Not your logic.
it's also for streaming, it's also really hard to see the other what did you the other logical ways of like the hobby and stuff, because it's such a broad platformed a broad activity. There's easily over 100 ways to gain a community and to gain viewers within streaming itself.
Yeah.
So there's not only your way, but there's also my way. There's also Markiplier's way. There's also Ninja's way. There's also PewDiePie's way. And he's the first one to ever blow up on to like making a vastly huge community. So there's all these other ways, and it's a matter of finding the one that works for that person, but also understanding all the other ways and like seeing which one works the best.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I think Adam got off. But yeah, it's. I mean, I've titled a stream, and that stream alone has gotten more views than the last stream.
Yeah.
I've worded TikToks, and that those TikToks have pulled in more people than previous ones. Like it's not only like and going back to like 5 years late, like from now.
Yeah.
When I have a family, when I'm married, the streaming isn't what I'm revolving myself around. It's how am I gonna word this? When I have a family, when I'm living in a house, when I have a wife, it's more or less trying to portion out what I give my focus to and taking into consideration if I'm earning money from that specific hobby, or because, like, in this case, I am earning, though not a lot, I'm earning money.
Yeah.
And that will always play a huge factor into what I give my focus to.
True,
Because,
it's not about money.
but in order to have a in order to have life in today's economical world, you need money.
True.
So if I'm making money, there's going to be some sort of focus there,
Well,
hands down. But that's not going to, like, I'm not going to let that take away or take me away from my family or my wife.
yeah.
Cuz I can literally go back to that, but I can't go back to my son or daughter's first steps. I can't go back to them growing up.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to let this hobby slash money maker absorb me. It's going to be on the sideline
Well, yeah.
in the sorts of at my reach, but, like, I'm not going to base my life off of streaming. And my little trend, which probably hasn't helped my community, but I tend to, when it gets nicer out into the summer, I tend to lower the amount of streams I do because I want to go out and enjoy life. So,
Aren't you enjoying life by streaming?
yeah, but I'd rather be outside.
If we lived in Florida, would you stream?
I would stream, but it wouldn't be as active.
Don't you think there's other? Sorry, that was gonna come out me. Do you ever wonder though if like there's other hobbies you should try? Like I don't know, like read a book.
I could stream me reading a book.
I see. That's the type of shit I'd watch.
Like, it's
Like,
the reason
I'm saying, like, don't you think there's okay? Like, hold on. I feel like I don't know how to word this, so like it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna come out kind of rude. But I don't mean it to be rude, so I'm saying it beforehand. It's not supposed to be rude.
if it's rude, I'm gonna say it's rude.
Okay, that's fine, but I don't mean it to be rude.
Right.
Like, like, do you ever think that there's probably other escapes that would make you feel the same way that are more beneficial and better for you?
There is. But you gotta I have come to terms with this a couple years ago when I was at a very low part of my life, and I realized that all these escapes that are more mentally healthy don't go good with my ADHD and my fidgeting. And the one thing that really stuck outside of skateboarding and just being outside was playing video games and streaming. I could
Yeah, but can't technology literally make ADHD worse?
no. Factually, where you're coming from, yes. Because there has been scientific proof behind it. So, yes, you're right, but I'm also right because there has been there are streamers who are veterans who have PTSD, and when they aren't streaming, they have attacks, and they.
PTSD and ADHD are two different things.
I'm using it as an example.
But how does that relate to you?
It doesn't have to relate to me. It relates to.
We're talking about you, though.
We're talking about escapes, and.
No, I'm talking about you and your escapes.
Okay, I'm putting myself aside, and I'm talking about streaming being an escape in general.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, you could be doing these healthy things if you didn't video game as much, because it can scientifically worsen your ADHD, preventing you from having any improvement. And then making it so you want to keep going into the one thing that you know distracts you, but is technically making it worse. It's like an addiction.
No. For me, it doesn't work like that mentally.
How do you know?
Because I experience it.
But, like, what do you, like, how do you, like, what proof do you have? Like, what have you experienced that supports that, is what I'm asking.
The fact that I've been able to take myself off of medication. The fact that I feel my calmest when I'm in front of a computer or a video game. The fact
Yeah, that's what I just said, though, baby.
It's not an addiction to me because I can put myself outside. I can go skateboarding. I can do other calming things.
Baby, that's still an addiction. That can still be not saying you have. I'm saying if that's like saying a chain smoker or a pot addict.
Oh
can't
yeah,
do any of those things.
I know. I'm not saying like that. I'm saying for me it's not an addiction. I've recognized that it can become an addiction, but I've proven to myself that it is not an addiction I have. And I think I've.
Why do you think you don't?
Because I have gone a whole summer without video games. Off of chain.
Back to it.
No. Let me finish. Off. When was this? It was freshman going. No, it was sophomore years. No. What was it? Yeah, it was sophomore year summer. I've grown up playing video games. Are you listening?
Yes.
Okay. I've grown up playing video games. I've gone through the ups and downs of it being an addiction. I go to my grandparents one summer, right? Come back. I'm outside more. I'm not playing video games as much. I'm being more interactive with my family. I broke that addiction, came back, stabilized my hobby. I showed myself that it is no longer an addiction for me. So, I've been there. I know what it looks like. And I know now how to stably and safely be able to call it a safe escape. I can put myself, I can remove myself from playing video games. If it was if in order for it to be an addiction, I wouldn't have that power. And I recognize that. Because in order, yeah, well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Now, as far as saying that it doesn't worsen my ADHD or anxiety, and this doesn't tie to only me. It also ties to other streamers slash gamers that suffer through the same stuff and use it as an out. There is, what is his, what is his social media? There's this old guy on TikTok and Twitch. He is a veteran. He has like severe PTSD from the wars he's been in, from like World War One and whatnot. And he has that thing that like he shakes and stuff, and like he doesn't have feeling, or what he feels. I don't know. He has something wrong with him, but
You said World War One, and that's not really.
or not World War One, World War II.
No, because I was like, bro, is he fucking ancient? Like, I was.
Yeah, he literally is. He's.
No, I know, but like, if it was World War One, I was like, dude, come on, be fucking for real.
I
was confused.
I mix up those two wars mainly because I didn't pay a lick of attention in history class. Okay,
That's so bad.
whichever one he was in. The point is that he's actively expressed that playing video games and sitting in front of a camera playing video games and broadcasting his gameplay has significantly calmed his body from all the pain he's felt, simply because playing video games and streaming to him makes him go numb. Therefore, he can't feel his pain that he retains from his PTSD and whatnot he suffers from. So
I still think that is not proving anything because you do not have PTSD.
I'm speaking generally though.
I'm speaking of you, not generally.
I know, I'm using that as a general example.
But that doesn't change anything I said.
I'm not trying to change anything you said because what you say is valid. But I'm literally trying to give good positive examples.
No, I know, like I do understand that. But then, do you ever wonder though, if it makes him numb, how is that actually helping him in reality? Because really, like I mean, I don't really know a lot about PTSD, obviously, and I don't have. Well, I do, but not
It's
about
not.
war.
Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know, from like the little times I like for years had to go to therapy and stuff. I feel like I've learned, and they've talked to me about that, like quickly solving something and distracting yourself does do something, but in the long run, it does not help. If I'm having an anxiety attack and I ignore it, or I go hang out with someone because then I'll forget about it, that is not going to help me know how to deal with it. That is not going to help me learn the cues of it, learn how to adapt to it. Obviously, I think it's different though because he is older, so it's like, okay, like just let him live his life. He's old. Like that is different. But I'm saying like in general, because if we're speaking generally, then I mean like simple, quick solutions are good for simple, quick issues, but not for the long one.
Okay, now that we're talking about long run, so I still think it's good to have hobbies like this as an out, but you also need to take it. The person also needs to take in consideration that they also need to not only focus on what's good for them as an out, but they also need to utilize the tools that are given to them, such as, well, if they have physical things that cause them pain, they need to go to physical therapy. They need to work that shit out. If they have mental issues, they still need to go to therapy. They still need to take that into consideration, even though it feels good for them to play video games and stream.
So then do you think you should?
I've been down that road. I got myself out. I put in the work and got
that
out.
doesn't mean you can't try again.
I don't need to try again because I'm comfortable with myself as is.
It's not about being comfortable, though.
I feel
You're
like
you're
I'm
comfortable because it's easy to just leave it.
not at all. I have nothing to leave. This is now an escape for just because I've bettered myself. I I notice the fact that this helps me in the long run because it makes me at peace.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, from what I realized, a lot of times when, like, I feel like there are things that you should be talking to someone about.
Like what?
Like, things I've experienced with you. Like, you clearly have a lot of emotional distress attached to your mom.
I've talked to people about that. I'm sorry that I shouldn't have interrupted
That does
you.
not mean it's done with, though, at all. I've talked to my therapist about my dad a million times. That does not mean I feel any better, and that does not mean it's solved. And that doesn't mean you don't need to talk to someone about it. I also think there's a lot of stuff with your brothers that bother you. And I think you also have a lot with growing up and being bullied and people calling you gay. I think that's something that bothers you more than you think.
It's so.
And those are.
No, you can finish.
And I feel like you. I feel like therapy is great for everyone, and I hate therapy. I fucking despise going into it, but that doesn't mean it hasn't helped. And I do think that you should. I feel it would benefit you still, and I'm not you, but I also am someone that has family stuff and grew up being bullied and having a lot of similar experiences, and it's like I do understand that, and it's like I feel like just because you pulled yourself out does not mean that was the best decision for you. Just because you did it does not mean it's the best. You could have been wrong. You could be 25, you could be 30, you could be 40, and go back to therapy and realize you should have stayed in it. It's not a big deal. It's like, I feel like it would benefit. And I feel like, to me, then I would understand an escape in video games. Because that's a fun escape. But then you also have an emotional, positive, emotional, like, healthier escape. Because then it's like you get to talk about it instead of just isolating and ignoring it while playing video games. But then what?
So, to help you better understand, because you are right, this is a fun escape because truly, mentally, besides putting me at ease and making me peaceful, and I find peace in it, emotionally, I don't get anything out of it. But that also doesn't mean I don't have those lined up, you know? So, one, I went to therapy when I was in third grade. My parents dragged me to therapy.
I know.
Or actually, no, it wasn't. No, wait. It was second or third. I think second grade they started noticing things. In third grade they dragged me to therapy. Been in it. Talked about. It took me a while to talk about, like my bullies and my negative emotions that were wrapped up in school, but it was all school based. I talked to them about my brothers. They basically said that's something you have to consult with them, and it's not going to get better if you don't work it out with them. So, and that's also something that later, when I expressed like my mom issues, that's also what they have told me multiple repeated times and have reiterated into me. So those are work in progresses. I'm not going to have my parents pay money for me to keep talking to those people, therapists if they're just gonna keep telling me the same thing, you know.
Well, then you're not seeing the right people.
I've gone to multiple.
That's okay. You can keep trying. I've gone to 5.
I feel right now it's not worth it because I've learned so much from them that I can take control of the reins of my emotions and work on it myself. That's the position I'm in right now.
So
I
why
use
won't
wait
you allow yourself to get help?
because I've already gotten it.
No,
I've
you
gotten no
you
no no
have
no no no. Let me talk. I've gotten the help I needed. Yes, I know that upset you, but it's crucial. I've gotten the help I needed to make the real. Huh?
what? Wait, what upset me?
The no 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 no. Let me talk. I saw it facially because you made a
Okay.
face after it.
Good. All you have to say is, can I finish what I was saying, please?
I was still trying to verbally get it out. It didn't click. I'm sorry. Um, but like I was saying, I've gotten the help I needed to for me to make the realizations at the ripe age of 18. I've been in therapy up until I was 18, and I've been through I've talked about all the bad relationships, all the bullies, all the school, how the schools made me feel, how I hated doing homework. They've helped me. There's been times where I've brought my homework in and they've emotionally ran me down how to do it. So I've been through it for me all. Not I'm not saying that's all it takes to get out of therapy. Um but I feel like I don't need therapy because I'm at a stable point where I can build off of myself and I can help myself and make it and work on it on my own. I don't need that outside hand from a therapist anymore.
Maybe not from a therapist, but I still feel like
If if
sometimes huh?
if I need help, I'll come to you. Like
I guess, but I feel like the times that I do try to help, you shit at me.
because you're it first of all, let me clear this up. I don't mean to shit on you. It's
But
it's
I do.
I don't classifying it as shitting. I don't see it as shitting, and that's just
But
me.
then you don't think from my point of view. That's when
In
you
the
need
in
to
the
think from
heat,
someone else's point of view.
right? And you're right. In the heat of a moment, I'm not gonna think from someone else's view because I don't yet have the self control to gather myself in that moment, which I've been working on for 2 years now. It doesn't take me a month to get that right. It takes me quite a while because I'm still working on it. Um, what was I gonna say? As as of right now, my emotional out and my emotional like help is my skateboarding sessions.
Yeah. I mean, like, to me, that's more beneficial.
Yeah, I've tried reading. I can't read. It makes me anxious.
Because I feel like I feel like you can't just try. I feel like you say you can't do things a lot of times because you try them once. And I feel like that's not realistic.
Fun
Because
fact.
you didn't try every genre. You didn't try different writers. You didn't try reading out loud. You didn't try reading with someone. You didn't try reading silently. You didn't try reading outside. There's a million things. You can't say it's not for you if you really didn't try. Like, all of it, I'm saying.
Are you saying that I didn't try all of it, or are you saying I just only tried once?
I just said if you didn't.
So I've tried multiple times.
Okay.
I've had a very large gap to try reading as an out. Remember, 18 from third grade. So, like, I've been in the game a while. Um, I've tried reading silently. I don't read out loud because I can hear myself. It makes me feel stupid. Um, I've tried reading outside. That's lasted longer sometimes. Um, what were the other options? Well, I guess there's too many to count. But I didn't just try once. I've I've put it down for a while and I picked it back up. It still didn't work.
That's fair. I mean,
So the one that stuck was skateboarding. I like fishing. It makes me it I like fishing more with my dad and only my dad because Aaron and Adam are bitches. Um, Hunting is great. I love the nature. I love being outside. Like I'm not just I have my outs emotionally. That's why I took myself out of therapy. If I'm at the point to where I can take the reins myself and better myself with myself and like the people I surround myself with, then I'm not going to pay for someone to just continue to say the same thing and then them get money. Like I'm not doing that. Like I'm all for someone making money, but I'm not going to give my money week after month after month just for them to tell me to do the same thing.
but that's not how therapy should be. So I'm still saying I think you gave up too fast.
I don't think I gave up. I think I took
Of course
myself
not.
out at a good time. I think I wrote it out.
I guess.
And like your outside view is your outside view. Like I we got to also remember that therapy affects people in different ways. It's different for everyone. It's
I
because
guess, but then I feel like there's still something that you need to try because I don't know, I feel like there's again like those things I've noticed. I feel like you're not gonna be able to like you're not always gonna be able to handle things on your own. That's just fact.
well, of
And you're not
course,
always
but
gonna know what's best. You're not. Sometimes you don't even know what's best for you. That why being human sucks.
and sometimes people with a degree don't know what's best for you.
I didn't say I know, but
I know.
that
I'm just
doesn't mean you do though.
right. So it's a matter of finding the right people to surround yourself with.
I guess yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, like I said, it's just I've been through it. So, and I've only been through it for me because that's like I can't experience what your therapy is like because I'm not you.
Yeah.
And that drives your point of view is because you're taking what you experience and putting it side by side with what I've expressed and what I've experienced.
Yeah.
And you're making your observations and your opinions based around what you're putting together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm at I I'm at a time where I don't need therapy. I can confidently say I don't need therapy. I don't need medicine. I am who I am, and there's always room for improvement, but it's it's human. It's you are who you are.
Yeah.
Damn, I really wish people would have heard that inspirational conversation. That's why I really want to get into podcasting too.
Like that I find beneficial.
I tried there was Braden, he was a coworker of mine, and then his friends. I got into their little group, and we came up with this podcast idea, and we were going to start a podcast in February. So happens one of the persons have been very impatient and very sporadic, and he is immature, and it's like he just wanted to start it with no knowledge behind it, and he just wanted to see where it will go, and he wanted to put money into it right away, and he wanted all of us to put money into it, and it fell through, and I stopped talking to all of them because the one guy was being really rude. We all used to play Fortnite together. He's being really rude, cocky, and he was talking shit to me even though I was doing better in the game than him. And I just stopped playing with them because I'm not going to surround myself with that. So like I've experienced a handful of things, and you learn from them. It's how life goes. You learn from life. Live and learn. It's a matter of what you do with the knowledge you acquire. It was a very great conversation we had. What I did pick up on, and what I've thought about during that conversation, during the first half when we were talking about streaming. Are you asleep? Wait, I don't. When we were having our first conversation about streaming, your point of views would very much be beneficial in the managing section of streaming. You'd be you'd be great at managing a stream. You would be wonders. I'm like, from the title, from the dipping into different communities, from organizing, from planning stream events, from all those things that are behind the scenes. That's what you would be great with. That, like,
I'm not doing that. Just
no, I know. I'm giving my.
if like you got famous, I would. Cause I want money.
Well, 70-30.
Like,
I'm just kidding.
Can't like pick it up a little bit, so then I can like.
Damn, calm down. It's just a hobby.
Whatever happens, I can hope.
No, yes, of course I can hope.
Okay, well, guess what? Now I'm going into the. I'm gonna be a fucking. That's so lame. I'm not even saying that.
No, now what?
Not fucking managing a fucking stream. That's so stupid.
It's not stupid.
Not stream, but managing sounds so dorky. I'm gonna manage the stream.
There's a lot of smart people that manage streams.
You know what's really weird?
What?
I have a scar on my butt from where I got my cyst removed.
Your what? Your cyst removed?
Yeah. I'm feeling it right now.
You're
Thinking about you.
okay.
asleep.
Mm-mm. Mm. He fell asleep with you?
Yeah, and he stayed in my bed, which he never does.
Slay.
Pop it. Pay attention.
Oh, I'm about to fight this guy.
Did you see about a fucking guy?
This guy sucks. Although I am wasting a ton of resources trying to...
I thought you were playing Minecraft.
Oh, this guy's hacking. What the fuck? That's a bunch of bullshit.
Huh?
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay.
Okay. Love you.
Good night. I love you too.
Bye.
Bye. This is pretty eventful. Yeah. He's auto-clicking. There's no way this guy's not auto-clicking. He's auto-clicking. Oh, shit. Ew. What the fuck? Dude had reach. He had something. Mm-mm, mm-mm, mm. Mm. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so basically what we're gonna do here in this situation is we're gonna buff up. We're gonna beef. We are gonna beef up because that's all we can do. So firstly, we're gonna get sharpness because we are him, and secondly, we are gonna go above and beyond with our going up. Wow. Dumbass. So basically, yeah, that's what we're gonna keep doing. We're just gonna sit up here. We are going to gather. We are going to make a big platform, basically, so he can't shoot us down. Okay, that was not smart. But we had him. We literally had him. We literally had him. We literally had him. Had him by the throat. We had him by the throat. Let me just grab. We grab this, this, grab this, boom. I will take your diamond, thank you. I will take my diamond and we will get along. And I will purchase this and we come back with a whopping boom. shouldn't have tried it. So that is what is funny, you know. It's funny that he wanted to try it. Because now I can literally rush his base. Come on. Yeah. Takes 5 seconds to respawn. I'm gonna just be getting here. Bro, just come here. Come here. Let me just tap you. Okay, sir. Now that you are auto-clicking. Bro, oh my god. Dude, like, seriously? Ah! That's unfair. Mm. Such bounty, such immunity, such ignore. Slash feed, slash workbench, slash vault. Dun dun dun. Boom. First one. Dun, dun, dun. Boom. In a row. Don't. I'm feeling sporadic. Bro turned his auto clicker on. Bro turned his reach on, dude. Pro turned his... Wow, they have to turn hacks on, dude. Of course. Bro is turning his hacks on. I literally can't get anything. Yeah, I'm done. Whatever. I'd say this was a productive stream. I mean, this was just a test stream. My main streaming platform is Twitch. So, if you made it this far, or if you just skipped to the end, much appreciated. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to find, a streaming schedule that works. My goal is 8 hours a stream, but obviously this one was only an hour, 2 hours. I mean, if there's only a certain time I can stream, realistically, it'll probably the lowest time a stream would probably be at least 4 hours. So 4 to 8 hours a stream, varying on the game. I stream Minecraft, Call of Duty, Terraria. Haven't tuned into Terraria in a whole while. Pal World, Fortnite. I did dabble in the finals. I mean, we have PUBG. I mean, we have a assortment of games. So if you want to see anything, I mean, I'm not opposed. But again, I'm not gonna spend $30 on GTA or that's an example. But yeah, just a streamer guy. So the audience is always welcome. Well, that is a good night, and I guess I hope to talk to people in the future. Hope y'all have a good night. Be sturdy with it. Snore when you sleep. I don't know. Nor do I care on the opinions of how you go about your day. But anyway, peace out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. To whoever sees this stream when it's posted, subscribe. Tune in, go follow and sub to my Twitch. It's Toxic Hype 9420. It's the same thing as my channel here. Yeah, I mean, just keep an eye out for my videos, and I hope you guys enjoy this stuff.